All right, episode 1. Using the 2.5 Men theme song. I know that TV show has a lot of haters, but I like it, man. It's funny.
I worked with Charlie Sheen for 8 years. And
They always do that now.
Wonder what it's like.
They got to show them getting ready
with
for the
Charlie Sheen
interview.
for 8 years. When I started, I had hair. I'm not here to build him up, and I'm not here to tear him down.
He's being honest. 1995.
It was my first honeymoon. And Donna was, I guess she was still reeling from the absence
very
of
not
romance.
happy.
And Platoon and Wall Street were huge in Japan. And so I was selling Madras shoes, Tokyo Gas, air conditioners and heaters, and Parliament cigarettes. I needed something quick and strong. So I power probably 4, 5, 6 shots.
Cheers to that.
I go into the cockpit and the captain gets up and he says, "Can we get a photo?" And I said, "Yes, but it'd be really cool if I was in your captain's jacket." And he's like, "Can I sit in your seat?"
Oh my God.
I'm approaching pirate drunk. Just rested my hands on the controls.
Oh my God.
Just making a joke. I said, "So is George still flying the plane?" And the co-pilot flicks a switch and says, "Nothing anymore."
Oh, hell no.
I'm
What? This is a real story?
And I start guiding this plane. Very, very subtle adjustments.
He's drunk flying.
Charlie Sheen and model Donna Peel are calling it quits.
Wow.
Drunk
5
off your
months.
ass.
Part 1.
How do you imagine structuring the story of Charlie Sheen?
I think we can.
Last time I took drugs, I probably took more than anybody could survive. You know?
I remember this, man.
About how much?
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear.
Go.
And you would like to address them head on.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive.
When you got a lot of shame about a lot of stuff.
Winning!
So many movies, man. Good movies. Oh, yeah. They're good friends, man. Hey, Chris Tucker. Partying.
I was born dead? Yeah, I had the umbilical wrapped. There
Oh.
was no signs of life. Birth name is Carlos Irwin Estevez.
Ah, the actual
And
name.
Irwin came from the doctor that delivered me and saved me.
Martin Sheen.
Lived in New York till I
They
was
sound alike,
3.
they look alike.
And then Dad, it wasn't a community of mansions.
I met him before he was Charlie
Malibu?
Sheen. I met him when he was Carlos Estevez. There was nothing
Tony Todd?
extravagant about what they had.
Like the actor that just passed away?
And so you had auto mechanics and school teachers on your street. Nothing like today.
Oh,
And
okay.
I say it was great because it was kind of like Huckleberry Finn by the water. We shared a moment of youth that's magic.
They've been
We
friends
were
that long?
You know, my parents, maybe for a month or 5, I don't know, they practiced nudism. You know?
What?
So yeah, I'm 5 walking in the kitchen and there's my naked parents.
Oh, that could have messed his head up.
It's really weird, man.
He was sick.
Here's the plot. So-and-so has done something to this person. and
Oh, they were
this
making
guy
movies that little.
has to seek revenge. And my brother Emilio was always with me.
My dad always made that very clear that he wanted us all to be with him in his work. He didn't want the family dynamic to suffer just because he had this job somewhere else.
I think it's hard
like
for
twins.
sons
Well, not
to
twins,
always...
but brothers.
We kind of grew accustomed to watching our father die on film.
What? You were JFK?
Oh my God, you better do. You come in and you tell me.
Man, look, you were the young. Already friends.
I know whose dog that is.
I'm here and I'm doing
Chris Penn.
so it's a little boring.
There was a lot of weed involved. So that was really like the first drug. There was a lot of pot.
Yeah.
Drugs played a large role in it.
I think my first drink was a Mickey's Big Mouth. Remember those?
Mickey's
Yeah, I
Big
downed
Mouth.
like 2 of them, thinking this is how it's done, you know, and then spent the next hour puking. And then says, all right, I'm feeling good enough to try that again, hopefully with a better result, you know.
Yeah.
He's as reliable and compassionate.
This is Emilio's first major acting job, but he is no
83.
newcomer to the movie business. Uses his real name and keeps it a pretty good secret about his famous father.
Yeah.
There is a better ring to Emilio and Estevez. Emilio Sheen didn't have a flow, you know.
Yeah, it sounds better.
It was a house on
Emilio
fire for
Estevez,
him, man. It was,
Emilio Sheen.
you know, I couldn't have been more jealous. High school for me.
Yeah, I can
was
see
a
that.
mess. So I was Charlie Estevez all the way through high school. But
Charlie Estevez.
I like to say that I got the first job that I went on.
Tell us what that movie is and what.
It's shit.
What movie is it?
It's called Grizzly 2, The Predator.
I didn't know about this.
It's a sequel to Grizzly.
Yeah. What a terrible movie to be your first movie. It's like, I forgot her name. From
And
Friends.
We're in the
Oh,
first
Jennifer
scene as
Aniston.
these 3
She was in
cannibals, and they're dating. I'm the
Leprechaun.
third wheel guy.
Her first movie.
I was offered the lead role in The Karate Kid.
What? Offered.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. So that went away.
Ralph Macchio.
He got it.
But it was The Karate Kid in 1984 that turned Ralph Macchio into a star. It also turned him into a teen idol, gracing every cover
That
of
would have
the
been
top
Charlie
teen
Sheen. That's
magazine.
crazy.
What if one day the sun didn't rise in the east, the birds didn't
Oh,
fly south
Wall
for the winter,
Street.
and for once your compass was off?
I want to say I dodged a bullet. Maybe I dodged a back kick. I have 5. I'm sorry. I have 5 children and 3 granddaughters.
3
My
granddaughters.
first child will be 40 this year, which is, you know. I get this strange phone call from Jennifer Grey, who was a friend,
I told you I was telling the truth, Daddy.
and she says, "Hey, I'm doing this big movie," which was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right?
Oh.
We're filming it along. I got the sides, I got the jacket, I got the thing, I got the hair going on. I'm like, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Hughes. And he's like, wow, look at you. You look great, kid. We'll see you next week. I'm like, yeah, see you next week. Jennifer's like, good job, man. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? All I did was get in my car, right?
Martin and Charlie Sheen are going to take on the great Michael Jordan, the great basketball player.
Dick was hosting this sports-themed show called War of the Stars. It pitted actors against athletes.
Do you have any tactics?
What?
Exactly what you just did with it is what you need to do with it when you film it. I said, but I did nothing. And he says, exactly. And it's free throws, it's a game of horse, and it's a 2-on-1. Dad and I can both shoot free throws. We're not worried about that, right? We're good from the stripe. The horse game, we figured that's him. We don't have a shot there. He's gonna do things we've never seen before, right?
Man.
We gotta come together and show this dude what we're made of.
Hello.
And then I proceed to hit 8 in a row.
Perfect.
What?
I guess the detail that I omitted is that he had to shoot with his eyes closed.
Oh.
Come on, I mean, we gotta, introduce handicaps.
He needs just one more.
Did it? They beat him at basketball by 1 point.
Jordan steps up to half court, and as though he's shooting a free throw, just nothing but net. And Dad.
Oh no. Half court. What?
Nails it.
Oh my God. It was good.
Out to Martin. Baseline left to Charlie.
That was good, man. They should have another show like this again.
I did that stupid thing where the alarm went off, and I was like, I'll just grab that extra 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And that extra 10 minutes turned into an extra hour and a half. And the next time I saw the clock, it was 6:30, and I'm in a fucking panic.
Man.
And I finally get to the set, and I'm expecting a dressing down from him as well. And he looks at me. He says, okay, good, you're here. let's get started.
Ugh.
And then I had this thing where I used to crack my knuckles. He had a couple cameras on the scene, and his guy drifted down to that, and that's in the movie. I think I came close to honoring what Dad recommended to the approach to the scene.
You're pissed off because he ditches and
He
doesn't
looks
keep going, is that
wasted.
it?
I had auditioned for Platoon, and
Platoon.
it was a train wreck. And he keeps saying to the girl, "What do you think of my watch? How do you like my watch?" And I recognize the voice, right? And I'm like, Nick?
Ah, Nick Nolte.
But mostly the party. Snorting cocaine and tons of booze. Poppers, ecstasy. That's great. Just the menu was filled with options. Our gang.
Charlie Sheen, Hollywood's wildest bachelor. His scandalous women. His party nights out with the boys.
His scandalous women.
Circus that Charlie bragged.
Partying with
We
problems.
wound up in an airplane. Nick got a hold of the intercom. This is your captain speaking. I'm not feeling well. I'm losing control of the aircraft. And you can hear people screaming and demanding information from the flight crew.
No. Door to the aircraft whooshed open like a nuclear gateway to a bank vault to reveal 6 fully armed police officers.
Oh, buddy.
And what Nick didn't know is that I had over an ounce of cocaine taped to the inside of my leg. One of the guys was a big enough fan of mine, big enough fan of Nick's, and he just decided to, make sure this doesn't happen again, young man. And we got through, you know.
Terrific at what he does as an actor, but also.
I've watched a few 2.5 Men blooper reels on YouTube, and Charlie Sheen is the one that messed up the least. Everybody else, especially him, John Cryer, he would mess up a lot.
Charlie Sheen and Kelly Preston seem to be a nice couple. Each is a successful, attractive actor. Each is upset now about stories circulating since Kelly suffered a gunshot wound earlier this month.
What?
There's nothing better than complete accident. It fell, it went off.
Then Kelly
Man.
said at the time, "Oh no, that was an accident."
He's like, "We're thinking 9." I'm like, a.m. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. Hey, what should I get him?
Ungodly hours.
You know your father. If you give him something, he'll just give it away. And I'm looking for balloons. I'm looking for a cake. I'm looking for funny hats. I'm looking for something that screams birthday party, and there's nothing. And as I get kind of coming around the corner, I see the living room has this really
intervention.
organized circle of people, and there's one chair that's open. And this guy named Jim says, "Welcome. Please be seated."
I was never involved in any of those interventions.
And I'm like, "Hello?" And it's a very recognizable, very globally familiar voice. And it's Clint.
What?
I ain't gonna lose this one. You gotta get the train back on the tracks, kid. You're worth saving. Yeah, it was really powerful.
Yeah,
And
coming
I
from
thanked
him.
and gave the phone back to Dad and said, "All right, let's go." I got this thing with my buddies down in the desert, and I will come walking back into this facility tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. or I will give you $1 million. And she took a deal, thinking she's probably looking at the better end of the stick, right?
I put a spell on you.
I said, "I just spoke to this gal. We got this thing covered." And he's like, "Cool, man." And so, thanks, Nick. You could have fucking said, "Oh, Charles, we're probably gonna pull the plug on that, And he showed back up. So she was happy for me, but disappointed for herself. And she kind of was like, "All right, well, whatever. You're a man of your word. Welcome back. We kept your room for you."
Hot shot.
My agent, he visited me in rehab with the Hot Shot script.
I'll be just fine.
And it was a bit of a game changer.
Come on. Oh, I love those old school kind of movies.
think about
Comedy.
it for the first time. To go through all this shit.
Oh yeah, he comes on her stomach.
Come out of the fire.
1 year sober.
He was able, and I opened his refrigerator, and there was a Foster's Lager just sitting there. I mean, lit perfectly, slow push in on it. You know, it's my birthday too now, so let's celebrate.
That's how it starts.
Cracked that fucker and downed it. Yeah, I celebrated 1 year. Come on, man, that was an accomplishment. I said, okay, so do you have any plans after this? I mean, what's going on? She says, well, yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky. I got to go talk to my friend and see what that looks like for us, you know? I'm thinking, all right, that's kind of strange. I mean, you come here with your mom, whatever. I'm pretty sure her name was Candy.
That's who we lost his virginity to, a hooker?
So, you know, I have to say, Candy, if you're out there somewhere, thank you.
Yeah, I think Cary Grant said it best way back in the day. He said that he's not paying for the sex, he's paying for them to leave when he's done, you know.
In the immortal words of Cary Grant.
Yeah, everybody thought he made that statement, but it was someone else.
Which name's Heidi?
Oh, Heidi Fly.
Hey! Come here.
What? They're gonna interview her?
Hey! Hey, come here, babies. Come here. Hey! What's your problem?
Oh, those Paris. Yeah, she's crazy.
Come here. There's none of that.
Still looks hot.
And the women came to me in droves when they were like $10 cum buckets. I've got them 100,000 a night. I have no talent.
100,000,
skill,
come on.
Every luck or persistence and determination.
She looks
She was
trash.
really cool. She had a decent sense of humor. She was never sloppy. You know?
Charlie is a crybaby pussy bitch.
Okay.
I've been on the cover of Time with the Manson girls.
I was too hammered to go to the bank. I'm pretty sure I was using
American Express traveler's checks.
Oh, this dummy.
She claims actor Charlie Sheen wanted prostitutes dressed as cheerleaders.
Let me explain the Charlie. I lived in real Beverly Hills. I bought my house from the actor Michael Douglas.
Yeah, she was making money.
You know, I didn't want to be a rat, but there was really no other way out of it.
Oh, he
Robert
did?
Mitchum, he was arrested for marijuana. They said, tell us your dealer. And he said, charge me with a crime. Charlie should have said, charge me with a crime. He's a crybaby rich boy. He's a rich kid from Malibu. They're not going to do shit to him. He's Charlie Sheen.
It's a misdemeanor to hire a gal, but if you get a couple gals and give one to your buddy, that's pandering. And that's 3 to 5. And I said, well, no, I would never pay for gals for my pals, you know? And they said, we are running a successful business that's one of the oldest professions on earth. And they said, no, it's not really about that. It's about tax evasion.
Yeah. Uncle Sam wanted his cut.
He testified against me, and I went to jail.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Heidi Lynn Fleiss, guilty.
Heidi Fleiss was sentenced to 37 months in jail.
37
and a $400
months.
fine for cheating on taxes and laundering profits for her call girl service.
We good? Yeah, we're great.
What is it? An easy money?
The movie
Money
started
talk.
great.
I remember one day he didn't show up to work, but I was late too, so I was like, I'm glad he didn't show up so they stay off of me. It was one of those things, but when he showed up, we were ready to work.
And I went in there, and I took an ice cube, and I shoved it up my butt. I've never done that before.
Why?
And man, I was wide awake.
You mean between the Midwest provinces and the U.S.
Ice cube.
That's us. Right?
In his butt.
This isn't.
Their dick don't work when full of cocaine. What the fuck would it be like if it was the opposite?
Whoa.
Ask Charlie Sheen.
Really?
I go back to the car, and I got an HK P7 M13 9mm in my glove box.
What?
I put that in my waistband. I come back in the house, and I said, all right, whatever's going on, let's just call it quits. She's coming with me now. She says, if you don't mind, I'm starting to jones a little bit.
Oh,
I kind of
God.
need to just get back up. She pulls out her pipe and loads
Crack.
it up and takes a big hit. I'm a little bit curious, you know. I've done a
So
lot
start.
of cocaine up to that point, just not in that form. How do I present this with any class? We're past that, yeah. She decides that giving me a blowjob while I'm taking my first hit of crack is going to be
man.
an experience.
Crazy.
I got kind of a little shaky telling that.
Yeah.
Not like I'm a fucking sissy and I got shaken up by my own story. He died. She died. Yeah, she OD'd on that shit.
She OD'd.
Yeah. I think like shortly before, right after her 30th birthday, I tried everything. Why not try shooting up cocaine?
Man, never enough.
My legs are shaking so badly that I'm taking these 2-inch, fucking Joe Biden steps, right?
Joe Biden.
My bodyguard zip was.
He was admitted to Los Robles Regional Medical Center at 5:30 in the morning, accompanied by his father.
Rumors ran
rapid he did too
that
much.
the younger Sheen had a stroke and died.
After Charlie Sheen skipped the drug rehab center, Sheen left with his friends over the weekend to go partying.
Oh, God.
The addiction.
Sheen's father, actor Martin Sheen, asked California police to make the arrest to help his son overcome his drug problem.
California police? Never heard of that.
How long?
CHP?
I think maybe then it was perhaps considering Mexico. But meanwhile, Dad's running around doing all he can. He said, dude, I don't know that I've seen anyone before in this kind of shape. This is Slash, right? GNR, rock god. And coming from him, the way he presented it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Message delivered. And I had this Dick Tracy fedora that I've been wearing around town. And they were like, where's the dope? So I basically just take my hat off and give them the dope.
Yeah. Gonna get a lot worse.
Untreated crazy over time doesn't get better, it gets fucking worse.
All right, end of part 1. All right, episode 2.
When all of the chaos happened over the 2.5 Men.
Tiger Blood, 2.5 Men.
The
Yeah.
Tiger Blood era and all of that.
My man gets up during the game.
Home run.
He hits a home run in front of his dad.
And I'm privy to that.
Hey,
and
Denise
Charlie
Richards.
knows that I am. I want to be honest. Peel the layers and be honest. And I said to my dad, would you ever thought that bringing me and Nellie to go see Platoon, that I would marry that fucking guy?
Yeah, I mean, she was like the hottest woman alive at the time.
He was like beating around the bush and was shy.
At the time.
And I was just like, spit it out.
Well, what would you say if I told you I'd leave you if you didn't let me?
There was just such a connection.
He looked so different back then.
Which
Chuck Lorre. The pilot.
At the risk of dating myself, there was a Dean Martin quality, an effortlessness.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive my brother. He thinks with his penis, and his penis isn't very bright.
Obviously, it was a huge hit right away.
Yeah, we kind of killed it out of the gate. And
Hell
I
yeah.
remember watching football that last Sunday before we hit the air. We were every other commercial.
See the soulless emptiness in that shark's eyes. 2.5 Men. You can see the soulless emptiness in Charlie Sheen's eyes.
Sadly,
making fun. Oh yeah, I remember when you took a baseball bat to all the TVs and shit like that or whatever, and we talk. It's like, it sounds horrible and very dark.
He looks so
but
trashy
for
and
us,
acts like, sounds trashy.
that was.
I hope you two know what you're doing. And sat back down. That was the entirety of Martin Sheen's toast at Charlie Sheen's wedding.
Brooke is from Palm Beach.
What's your name? Brooke. And what's your husband's name? Charlie Sheen.
This is Charlie Sheen's mugshot from the Aspen Police
Yeah.
Department. Charlie Sheen has signed a 2-year deal to return to 2.5 Men at $2 million an episode, making him the highest paid
Man.
TV star in history.
Marco, a.k.a. Phil Hines, spelled just like the ketchup, is a friend of mine.
I had just got out of prison and I get a phone call, but I kind of recognized his voice because the only shit they played in prison was Cops, George Lopez, and 2.5 Men. At that time, I told my friend Barbie, I'm like, hey, are you down to go party with Charlie Sheen? Then to like every other night.
Every now and then, he'd start to do little things like he'd miss a day of rehearsal. In the back of your mind, you were always wondering,
That's how it started.
well, you know, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Great. Okay.
He does mess up.
crazy brain.
I'm a peaceful man with bad intentions.
Okay, last I checked time, I've spent, I think, close to the last
Oh,
decade,
here we go, Crazy Charlie.
effortlessly and magically converting your tin cans into pure gold.
Now that I have your lazy fucking attention, world, sit back and rejoice. For the Malibu Messiah, the Condor of Calabasas, the fucking warlock
Malibu
of your
Messiah.
jealous face sits before you.
And at the end of our shooting, we wondered, as you no doubt will, what did we just witness? And what will happen next to Charlie Sheen and his family?
All these radio rants.
Oh, here we
have
go.
People thinking Charlie Sheen has
Winning.
got to be on drugs again.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off and your children will weep over your exploded body. Too much.
Embarrassing.
Banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear.
Go.
When Charlie said that he was smoking 7-gram rocks, he was smoking 7-gram rocks.
How do you survive that?
Because I'm me. Because I'm me, I'm different. I just have a different constitution, I have a different brain, I have a different heart, I have a different, I get tiger blood, man.
There's a handful
Tiger
of people.
blood.
In fact, we're like the last survivors.
If he had cancer,
you look like it.
You borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah, because it fires in a way that is,
Unplugged.
I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm.
Charlie Sheen is getting more popular by the day. He gained more than 1 million followers on Twitter in 24 hours.
It's the Sheening of America.
Tiger Blood Radio.
Bakersfield Condors hosted Charlie Sheen Night. Buy one, get one Tiger's Blood ices and snow cones. And dress up like Charlie, get in for $2.50.
Winning. Just winning. Winning. Duh.
Man.
Parents, make your kids watch this. If that doesn't scare them away from drugs, nothing will.
And I had, I had bills to pay, I had child support, I had all that fucking shit, and couldn't pay it. My managers approached me and they said, we got a call from Live Nation and they're curious if you'd like to do a tour.
Oh, man. They were throwing stuff at him.
Charlie Sheen live. My violent torpedo of truth.
I think what your name is.
He did it, man. Look at that, he's all happy. They love you when you're on time.
And what do you say to the people who say that you're crazy or bipolar? You're interested in the show, but
they don't know me.
It's by winning.
You guys know I'm by winning, right? Yeah.
By winning.
Creature, if you will, you want to see a certain bad
He is not
person
sober.
doing crazy and...
Crowd booing. Oh.
Every other city that bought tickets, you just lost your money. He ain't gonna show up.
Bunch of babble that no one could even understand.
Oh,
was so
man.
stupid. I feel sorry for anyone who pays for these tickets for other cities.
What the hell do they
One
expect?
more fucking person tells me just tell stories.
I go, there's something wrong, and I said, I don't want to scare you, but when was the last time you have been tested for HIV?
Oh,
I thought it was meningitis.
man.
I thought it was brain cancer. I thought it was stomach, liver, something where they were going to walk in and say, get your affairs in order, And when they didn't say that, when they said it, the HIV diagnosis, I was kind of fucking relieved. Because I knew that the technology of the medicine had gotten to a place where you can live, you can have a normal freaking life. And in some cases, it's more treatable than diabetes.
I'd already had 5 friends.
I should have become a fucking vegetarian, and instead I became a crackatarian.
Little by little, I started to reduce the amount of cocaine that I was using to cook the crack. It looked exactly the same, but it was just less potent.
Whoa.
In my mind, I was purchasing and going through the same amount. They were trying to get me off of crack by making weaker crack.
It took about he actually just got tired of smoking bunk crack, which he thought was good crack. And
I knew a guy who smoked crack just to lose weight.
Talk about being...
Poor guy. Corey Haim.
Corey Haim said actor Charlie Sheen had raped him while they were making the movie Lucas. In a scene that drew gasps from the audience at the premiere, Feldman names Charlie Sheen as Haim's alleged rapist.
The guy's mom came out and said, this is impossible. This is impossible.
Man.
There's some watching now who are
probably thinking having sex with Charlie Sheen is like playing Russian roulette. Were you worried at all having unprotected sex with him?
He was very open with me initially about this.
By then,
Who the hell would ever do that?
Do you remember how much money was a part of those kinds of transactions?
If I got off cheap, it was $500,000.
For a single person?
Yeah, and then that was getting off cheap. Oh, yeah, no, that I think booze is the gnarliest drug on the planet. You know, I drink it in the morning. It's been nourishing.
What is true is that I'm proud of you.
He was always there.
You're my boy.
If I could put it in one word, gratitude.
Gratitude. AKA Charlie Sheen. All right. Pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting. Funny as hell. Catch you on the next one.